Daniel Caesar just dropped his newest album, Son of Spurgie, and while listening to this album, I was wondering what makes him stand out from the rest of the R&B crowd. So that's exactly what we're finna find out today. And stick around because there's probably some new things that you probably didn't know about, or just some things that you just find interesting. But first, come with me to start off with this simple idea. And so the beat that we're going to be taking the most inspiration from is going to be Moon. So for our main instrument, it's going to be the classical guitar, and then we'll build from there. And so when recording like your acoustic guitars or classical guitars, you don't really have to play perfect. Matter of fact, the less you mess up, probably the better. I'm not saying you should aim to mess up, but it's okay to mess up. Why? Because it adds more character and more real feeling. And also, if you're still are a perfectionist like I am, you can do multiple takes on Ableton and then click this little thing right here, and then you can just pick and choose wherever section of whatever section. Now we got a little bit of a vibe. Now there's this one trick that can completely level up your music production, and it's really simple. It's adding atmosphere and texture. Now let me show you. Let me add a bird's texture, and then like a rain. Just type in water. Then we can like mix it together, and then you'll see that like it just adds to the whole vibe of just the whole calm, mellow vibe that we're trying to get. Like this can technically be a finished beat right here, but we're not going to be finishing right here. Obviously, we're going to add a bass. Let's get a bass real quick. Alright, so it's pretty simple, okay? If you didn't know already, we're playing in the key of E, and all I'm doing is just playing our root notes of the chords that we previously already played with our other guitar, which is just the 2, the 1, to the 2, to the 1. Now, if you don't know what I'm trying to say, this is basically the number system. It's how you can easily understand music through numbers. So let me give you an example real quick. So this right here is the scale that we're in, the E major scale, right? And so what the number system is that you're just putting a number to each and every key to the scale. So for example, the root note, which is E, it's gonna be 1, then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then it goes back to the 1. Capiche? Capiche. All right. So that's what I say. We're playing the 2. I'm just playing the root note of the 2 to the 1, back to the 2 to the 1. However, right here, this is where it seems pretty complicated. It's not that complicated, okay? Trust me. Let me walk you through it, okay? Our root note is the 6th. This is the 6th. Since this is the 1, you just go down to the 7, 6. But when you're playing bass, you have certain licks that you're gonna commonly hear. That's gonna be the 5 to the octave to the 2, back to the octave to the 5. And that's relative to our root note. However, they're all still in the same key. And by the way, if you want me to personally give you feedback on your beats, I'm doing like a one-on-one 15-minute call. It's totally for free. Just book a call down below, and then, you know, I'll just give you some free tips to see what you can be working on. And yeah, it's just a 15-minute call. Just let me know. Book it right now. It's gonna fill up. And it's R&B beats, by the way. So don't be giving me some trap beats. I don't do that shit. I mean, I do, but you know, just let's keep everything in the same category, okay? However, we're not done yet. So how about we just go to Keyscape and let's try a toy piano. Let's try this one right here. these chords, if you don't know how to play the piano, might seem really complicated, okay? It's really not. I'm just playing with both hands. So I would assume that you know how to make a chord, which is just get a key and then skip every other key in the scale. However, I'm doing that with my left hand too. But I'm just playing the root, the 5, and the 7. Same with our 1. However, with our 6, you see we're getting like this weird ass chord, this C#9 sus4. Sounds complicated, it's really not. All you're doing is just, instead of playing with our right, instead of just starting at the 1 or the 3, we start with the 5th. Yeah, we start off with the 5th. Easy? Easy. So let's actually lower this down, playing this to the right. And then I actually want to add another piano. Let's add another piano. Let's try an upright. And then pan this on the other side. See how that sounds. So yeah, that way it gives us a much fuller sound. But even though we do get our main idea out of the way, let's actually start adding some little phrases here and there. Like a little lead. It doesn't have to be like a main lead, because then it'll just kind of take away from the artist. Let's just try to do some more ear candy here and there, okay? Let's actually go on Omnisphere. I like this patch right here. These right here are called 6 notes. Essentially, when you're playing a lead, you can play whatever you want, and then right under you play the 6th. You play the 6th. You play the 6th that's relative to it, and it's always gonna sound good. Matter of fact, let's actually add another guitar, but like an electric guitar. Let's do an electric guitar. I'm thinking of just like copying this part right here and then doing something after. Nothing too crazy. Let's just find out. Put some guitar rig. Let's see. Let's do this one right here. Oh yeah. And let's add some reverse delay. Now last but not least, let's add some drums, obviously. So as you may not know, or do know if you watched my videos before, 82, baby. And then let's just add like a simple boots and hats. Nothing too crazy, okay? Let me just put in the regular boots and hats first, and then we'll go ahead and go into the MIDI and then edit a little bit there, okay? Now let's just add some little bit of ghost notes here and there. And if you don't know what ghost notes are, basically when you're playing drums, you have like your normal ones that are on the eighth and everything that are like the most important. Ghost notes are just like simple kind of light taps just to give them more character essentially. So for example, right here, if I put a snare right here and I lower it down a little, this is a ghost note. So this is what the beat sounds like with the intro and everything. Let's just go ahead and take a listen. Everything done, there's still a lot more techniques that I haven't covered in this video alone that's in R&B. So if you do want to know more about R&B, making R&B, things of that nature, like making a beat in a different time signature, I do recommend you watching this video right here.